It's hard to know exactly when age became synonymous with loss. It definitely is. I think one of the things is that age is a natural movement toward death, and we're a society that's really phobic about death. But it's really more than that, because age has always been that, and really it's been probably certainly within the last century, probably within the last maybe 80 years, that death is really, that age has really become synonymous with loss. And I think you can trace it back maybe to the early 1930s when the Social Security Act was passed. That was the time that the idea of retirement really started to enter mainstream thought. You know, before that, people didn't really think in terms of retiring. They just lived their lives, and their lives just unfolded. But once the Social Security Act came in, and it set the age of retirement at 62, people started defining the later stages of life as the retirement years. Now, if you stop to think about it, what is retirement? Retirement defines you as what you have been, not what you are or what you're becoming. So your retirement is a process of looking back. So you become a retired school teacher. You become a retired accountant. And in that way, you know, it's all about loss. It's about what you've lost, what you've been, not what you are or what you have the potential of becoming. If you stop and think about it, look at someone like, let's say Benjamin Franklin, who had a long career as a printer and a journalist and that kind of thing. And then at age 70, he helped draft the Declaration of Independence, which he then signed. 7 years later, when he was 77, he negotiated the Treaty of Paris with Britain, you know, and that was the treaty that put an end to the Revolutionary War. And then, my math is a little rough, but when he was 81, he signed the Constitution and went on after that to continue a career as a diplomat. If Benjamin Franklin had been finished at 62, look at all of these things that would not have happened. Or you can think of someone like, you know, if you want to move into our century, Golda Meir became the first woman prime minister of Israel at the age of 70. Nelson Mandela was 70 when he was released from jail, and he went on 4 years later to become president of South Africa and to lead that country very ably for many years. Successful aging is defined as staying the way you were at 50 for as long as possible. So you get these absurd formulations. You know, 60 is the new 40. 70 is the new 50. In other words, you're trying to hold on to something that's moving into the past as tenaciously as possible. Swami Rama, who was one of my first teachers, used to say that in moving through life, holding on, pulling in was drowning. If you think of life, you know, swimming down the current of life. Reaching into the future and letting the future become the past, letting the water that you're moving through move behind you is swimming. So that's an idea that we might remember now, to not think about ourselves as aging so much as moving into a new and expanded stage of life. Successful aging is really about moving into an expanded and interesting future rather than trying to cling to the past. And when you do that, aging is no longer about loss, it's about opportunity.